Hello beautiful people, welcome to my YouTube channel. Happy New Year. I've really missed you. So if you're not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Kindly subscribe. Then tell all your friends and other friends this year to join my YouTube channel. And if this is your first time, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Miss Linda, clinical child neuropsychologist, special needs educator, and speech and language pathologist. Welcome. And we are starting a year from a very high note. I have a guest. Yes, a guest. As we start a new year, welcome. Introduce yourself.
Thank you, Linda. My name is Nazra. I am a speech and language interventionist with a background in genetics and a master's in global health. I have currently been practicing in Kenya for about 5 years, and I see children on the spectrum as well as with various developmental delays and adults who suffer from brain injuries and strokes.
Amazing, amazing. Now on this video, as we kick on the new year, we want to look at developmental delays. Our developmental delays at the relationship between developmental delays and speech and language therapy. What's the connection? Why is it that children who have developmental delays, they also have delay in speech, they have delay in language, or generally they have delay in communication? What happened? And when we are talking about developmental delays, what are we talking about? And when we are talking about speech and language, what causes the speech and language delay for children who have developmental delays? So Nazra is going to take us through the developmental delay and speech and language. So Nazra, take us through. What is developmental delay?
So Linda, as we know that when a child is born and he goes into his stages of infancy and toddlerhood,
yes,
there are various skills that he or she will pick up.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when we talk about a developmental delay, it's a large umbrella term that refers to the children who are not able to pick up expected skills by their certain age.
Yes.
So for example, they could start walking by 12 to 14 months.
Sure.
If there's a delay in that, we can call that a developmental delay.
Okay.
They need to begin to pick up language from the ages of, again, 12 months to 8 years.
Yeah.
If there's a lag in this,
Yeah.
like ages and stages are not matching, so we can call that a developmental delay. So we're not only looking at language, but we're looking at motor skills, we are looking at cognitive function, we're looking at play skills. If there's a delay in play skills, can they pretend play?
Yeah.
We're also looking at social skills.
Yeah.
Can they connect with their peers? Can they connect with their mom and dad? Can they use signs? Can they point? Can they, even if non-verbally, can they ask for things that they want?
Yeah.
So if there are delays in these milestones,
Yeah.
that comes under a developmental delay.
So development is this big word that
Yes.
carries. And I always think, Nazra, we can never get tired of talking of developmental delays, because the number of children who are having developmental delays is going up and up and up every single day,
Yes.
single day. So in every 10 families or 20 families, you will always have a family where there's a child in those 20 families who is struggling or has developmental delays. So we can never stop talking about developmental delays, because that is part of children.
Definitely.
Yes, and you see when it's come to my YouTube channel, everything,
Yes.
children.
Yes.
So now, can you kindly guide us through what are the types of developmental delays?
Sure.
Can you just mention them?
Yes. So under the large umbrella term of developmental delay,
Yeah.
we have 5 main categories.
Yes.
So if you're going to go to a pediatrician or a neurologist or
Yeah.
a neuropsychologist, they can categorize them in 5 main categories.
Yes.
The first one that we do deal with, and it's very common, is our intellectual disabilities, which was previously known as mental retardation,
Yeah.
but we don't
that
use
one
that
changed.
terminology
We no longer
anymore.
use it.
So we have our intellectual disabilities,
Yeah.
which is IDs. Then we have our learning disabilities, which are the dyslexia and dyscalculia and dysgraphia. Then we have our cerebral palsy.
Yes.
After that, we have our ASD,
Yes.
autism spectrum
Spectrum
disorder,
disorder, yes.
again, which is a large spectrum from
It
very
is.
mild to very severe.
Yeah.
And then we have our ADHD, which is
Yeah.
attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. So
Which-
these are the 5 main types.
And ADHD, where the ADD lies.
Yes,
Behind
exactly.
it. Yeah.
Or the HD,
HD,
you know. So
yeah.
again, it's a spectrum.
Spectrum. Oh, and those are 5 or the categories of developmental delays. Now, what really causes developmental delays? I know for sure, Nazra, we can go to specific, like we can say what causes autism or what causes cerebral palsy or what causes reading disabilities or what causes, ADHD, but what causes the general, what's really, because I know your background, you're very strong in your background with genetics. What do you think causes these developmental delays?
Now, let's start from the single cell unit.
Yes,
of
and to interrupt you, and as you talk about the causes of developmental delays, I also want to at some point too, because I know we are doing this video to help parents with children who have already had children with developmental delays.
Yes.
But I'm also looking at this video, we're doing it also for parents, for upcoming parents. You know, for
Correct.
aunties who are not yet parents,
Yes.
we want them to be aware. It's like you are doing us kind of sensitizing the community.
Yes.
What causes these developmental delays?
Okay, so the causes are more biological
Yeah.
and internal as opposed to external.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
so when I'm talking about internal, let's begin with the single cell. When your sperm fuses with your ova,
Yes.
you are bringing genetic material from a father and fusing it with the mother's.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so beginning from that process
Yeah.
come our causes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
For example,
Yeah.
if there is a mutation that
Yes.
occurs at this point,
Yeah.
or there is a mutation that has already been existing within our cells,
Yes.
these are going to fuse and give rise to our physiological component,
Yeah.
or what you will see as a disability. So genetic factors are huge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of us have genes that we pass on down our lineage,
Yeah.
and because they're in the recessive form,
Yeah.
they do not express themselves.
Oh, what does that? Can you break that into, in such a way that someone out there can understand?
Sure. So if my X chromosome is unaffected,
Yes.
but the father's X chromosome is mutated,
Yes.
this disability may pass on to the next generation. However, the child is already carrying a mutation.
Yeah.
And then he has his partner or her partner coming in with a mutation, and the child has a mutant from both parents. This will be expressed.
Okay.
So some genetic syndromes are recessive and both have to be carriers.
Yes.
And some are dominant, where
Yeah.
only one person needs to be a carrier.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
and science has advanced to such an age that today we can actually do a screening of the fetal cells before 3 months and identify if the child is going to be born with a syndrome.
Is it here in our country?
We do
In
have it
Africa?
here, but it's not very popular, genetic screening, but there are centers who are doing it. However, this is more popular in the West,
Oh, okay.
because there the option of abortion is more readily acceptable and is legal also. So I'm not too sure about the legalities in Kenya where abortion is concerned. I think it's illegal,
It's illegal.
so we cannot have that
No, we
sort of
can't.
screening.
So people here, they don't do that sort of screening.
I do not think so.
Okay.
And even if they do, there's a huge cultural
Yeah, cultural.
and a religious component
Yes,
that
yes.
will prevent them
from-
from
yeah.
getting
Yes,
rid
yes.
of the fetus,
Fetus, yes.
or the embryo.
Yeah, yes.
Before it becomes a fetus, it is a ball of cells.
So what you're trying to say now is that genetic is one cause. of
Huge.
these- a huge cause.
A
of
huge
these
cause.
Developmental delays.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So under the genetics, you have all your syndromes, like the Fragile X, which we spoke about before we did this. We have our Down syndrome, so
Okay.
which is considered a trisomy 21.
Yes.
Because for your 23 pairs of chromosomes, you have 2 chromosomes, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
one comes from the dad, one comes from the mom. Now, in Down syndrome,
Yes.
your 21st pair is not only in two, but there's an extra one. So that expresses itself as a Down syndrome baby.
Okay.
Okay? Where we have
And
our...
we did not mention Down syndrome on the types of...
because that comes under, that now is a cause of the ID. So it is not a type,
yes.
but it is a cause.
A cause. All right. Okay.
Okay, so in the 5 categories we
yes,
mentioned,
yeah.
these are the various causes.
Yeah,
So in the genetic disorders, you can have your Fragile X, you can have your Down syndrome, and there are thousands out there. But these are the most commonly known. Okay, so that's one of the causes. The second cause is having a mom who is of an extensive age. Now what happens there is the egg begins to get older. So
what
before
does that mean?
that means that
can you repeat that again?
the age of the mom. The age of the mom.
How is age connected to developmental delays? Make me understand.
Okay, so
and make the viewers understand.
you know, in the older generations,
Yes.
we all had babies when we were quite young.
Yes.
That's why they say the woman should get married early,
Yes.
not only because of the social and cultural reasons, but because of that biological clock. So when they say it's ticking, it's true.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
I'm taking that serious.
Yes. Linda, so it's 2022, so we should yes, talk about this seriously.
Yes.
So as our cycle gets older, our ovum changes also.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
There are more chances of a mutation happening. So a young egg has most of its integrity maintained.
Oh.
This means the genes there are maintained. They are good genes. As we get older, we undergo mutations ourselves. Our DNA begins to age. And that is why we get older. That's why we get wrinkles. That's why our eyesight begins to deplete. Because our DNA is becoming old. We will never be the same the next year, right?
Sure.
Seen some wrinkles, Linda? Since 2021. So the ovum also ages.
Oh, okay.
And this causes mutations. Mutations can be from external sources, from the food we eat, to the radiation that we are absorbing. This includes UV through the skin. X-rays when we go to the hospital to get X-rayed. So these mutations affect what our ovum looks like.
Does it also affect when men are old, or it's just an woman thing? I don't know. But
now, because we have a menstrual cycle, we have our eggs from the time we are born. Men produce sperm every few hours, every day. Our eggs are stored from birth. Okay? In adolescence, they begin to mature. And that's why we shed an egg every month. So our egg's already there. So you have to understand that our egg is not newly produced every month.
But for men,
for men, their sperm is produced every few hours. In 24 hours, they will produce a new batch. So once they get rid of sperm, new sperm is actually produced. For us, our eggs already there. They mature, shed, mature, shed, mature, shed. That's why at some point in life, we undergo our menopause, where we don't have any more eggs. Our body has used them all. So as we get older, our organs get older, our ova gets older. That's why there is mutation there.
And that's the cause of developmental delays.
One of them.
One of them.
Yes. So extensive maternal age.
That was deep. Can we get to the next one?
It was 36. They say the woman should not risk getting pregnant after 36. Of course, that age has increased now. Because we're also living in a modern world where women are getting married much later. Or getting to that stage where they want children much later. Okay, that's why we see IVF.
Yes.
Yeah. We see getting help for your reproduction.
Yes.
You know, all the hormone injections.
Yeah.
So all that affects what you produce at the end of the day.
Oh, Nazra.
Some of the
Nazra.
children I have seen who have been on the ASD spectrum, I've always asked, was this a natural pregnancy? And in a lot of the cases, I've been told it was an IVF. Now, what we are doing at the IVF, we're getting your egg out, your sperm out, fusing it in a lab. We're already messing up with the natural system. Anything could go wrong at that time because we are using chemicals. We are using temperatures out of the body. So at that point of fusion, things can go wrong.
All right.
So that could also be a cause to your baby.
So age can be a cause to baby having developmental delays.
Age, having in vitro fertilization. If a mother suffers from an infection while pregnant.
Oh, infection when the mom is pregnant.
Yes, that could affect as well.
Any other factor that you might have left behind? How about taking drugs while pregnant?
For sure. Fetal alcohol syndrome. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
If a mother is consuming alcohol.
Taking alcohol while pregnant.
Yes, because everything the mother consumes goes through the placenta to the baby.
Yeah.
So your alcohol is going to go and damage the DNA.
Of the baby.
Yes, smoking. A pregnant mom smoking. So all fetal alcohol syndrome is huge,
Yeah, and when you talk about drugs, you're talking about all drugs.
All
even
drugs.
Wine.
Yes,
alcohol,
for sure. I mean, refrain.
Smoking.
Refrain from smoking for sure. Smoking is actually very hazardous.
If you can avoid alcohol and other drugs, just do.
Yes.
Diet, nutrition.
Of course.
It does affect.
Of course.
It's one of the causes of
we have our folic acid.
Yeah.
If a baby does not get enough folic acid, they come out with spina bifida. So, you know, this is on your pediatrician to tell you to take supplements.
Yeah.
Once you have spina bifida, which is a contracture of the spine, it's going to affect the way the brain develops.
Yeah.
Once the brain is not developing properly, you're getting your developmental delays. So yes, the mother's health is critical to what happens to the baby while they're in the womb.
So as we wind this video up, do you think there is any other cause? Because I didn't want people out there, as we start anew here, people to know what are the some causes, because I know people wonder, what causes this thing? What causes, you know, learning disability? What
For
causes,
sure. I mean, you cannot control your genes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what you can control is your own health.
Yes.
As a new mom to be.
Yes.
Make sure you're eating right. You are going for your monthly checkups.
Yes.
For your baby to be checked and seen that he's in or she is in healthy condition. You're exercising. Exercising releases stress.
Okay.
I cannot stress enough on that.
Yes.
When we have stress stored up in our body, the baby is going to feel it.
Yes.
The genes are going to be affected.
Okay.
So work on your exercise plan. Be a happy mom.
Talk
to your baby. Babies are able to hear our voice patterns from the time they're in the womb for 3 months. They hear sounds from everywhere. What you watch on TV also. So if you're watching loud, angry and movies that contain violent content, your baby can actually hear that.
Oh, really?
So all that affects you. Yes.
Yeah, and those are the now causes of development.
For sure.
Thank you so much, Nazra.
Thank you, Linda.
I know you and genetics and everything around the mommy and babies, it's something that I've really loved.
Yes.
And I love the fact that I've always brought this on my YouTube channel.
Thank you.
Really love you. People out there love you.
We have to, we have to understand the science behind
content. And thanks so much for bringing this out. So, see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you share this video with everybody and please subscribe this year. Thank you so much. Bye bye.